We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Set to return, here's Raheem Mostert. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Play action. It's Jackson. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. Open man, it's Preston Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. James Prochet deep for Baltimore. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like this.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Returning it, Justice Hill. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this returnable for Hill. The field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A Mostert, a first down carry. This will wind up only getting him a couple. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
From midfield, here's Tua. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. .31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Jackson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
So that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy from
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have a Ravens first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. There he goes left side. He's at the 40. 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. It turns into 6 points the other way.
You know, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit and maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting?
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game.
2nd and 2.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Steps away.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote. remote's clicking off right now. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
They'll run with Edmonds again.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they will take a knee here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Dolphins, it's a win they needed.